am going to show you how you can use your plan that we made on Seesaw to write it into a story. So remember, we had our characters up here, which my characters are shoes that come to life. The setting was over here. Mine is at my home. And then we drew pictures for the beginning, middle, and end. So in the beginning of my story, I put a shocked face because I come home and I find my shoes alive and I'm kind of shocked and a little scared. In the middle are where all the main details happen. So I was in the middle, I'm scared, but the shoes tell me they just want to have a dance party. So that's why I wrote music there. And then at the end, my story ends with me feeling happy and the shoes feeling happy that we had a good time together. So I'm going to show you how to change all of these into an actual writing piece. So in the beginning, your first sentence, the beginning sentence, should introduce the story and introduce the characters and kind of what's going on. So my first sentence says, one day I came home to find my shoes were alive. So that's my first sentence. You can see I start with a capital letter and I end with an exclamation point. It introduces that the shoes were alive and kind of what the story is about. So then in the middle, I have this music. I'm going to place this into a sentence. So it says, I was scared, but they told me they just wanted to dance. So that's kind of the middle of the story. As you learn to write, the middle will be much longer than one sentence. But since we're just starting off, we're just learning how to write a sentence, I'm only asking you to do one sentence. You can add more if you want, and like I said, middles of the story are usually very, lots of details, lots of things happen in the middle, or the beginning and the ending are usually shorter. So, because if you remember, the beginning introduces, the middle has all the events, all the key details, and the end is how it resolves, how the problem was fixed, how it ended, what happened. So, my ending of the story, I wrote, so we danced and had a great time. So, as you see, I introduced the story in the beginning. In the middle, there were the details, and the ending showed how it was resolved. Because in the beginning, I was scared. At the ending, I ended up having a good time. When you are writing your paragraph, make sure each sentence starts with a capital letter. Make sure you have spaces in between your words so it's easy to read. And make sure each sentence ends with an end mark. Right here, I used an exclamation point. Exclamation points have more emotion in them, like mine says, one day I came home to find my shoes were alive. Or if it was a period, it would say, one day I came home to find my shoes were alive. It's up to you how you want your story to sound because you are the writer. Down here I used a period, and down here I used a period at the end. So it's very important that you write this, and then after you're done, you check to make sure that you did those things. You're not going to be writing today, but I do want you to go back to your plan and kind of start thinking about, it's on Seesaw, even if you completed it, you should still be able to look at it on the activities tab. But you can kind of look at your story plan, figure out if there's anything you want to change. You could add more details or change it around if you think that you have a different idea that would work best for your writing. So keep thinking about it, and tomorrow we'll start writing.